I'm back in Madrid. So a year and 10 months later, I have finally been able to come back to Madrid, visit my mom and grandma, and go thrifting again. In this video, I was able to go to 3 new stores and also hit up different locations of the Umana stores. I kind of went over like their mission and what the Umana stores are all about in my last video, so I'm definitely going to link that. I will link all of their Instagram accounts and add their addresses to this video so that they're easier for you to find. I wanted to find thrift stores that were located near the center of the city because it's definitely a location where you're more likely to visit when you are in Madrid. So these are all walking distance from La Puerta del Sol and La Plaza Mayor, así que definitely places you should hit up when you're walking around the city center of Madrid. Without knowing it, all of these stores actually ended up being different price points also. The Umanas are always like the cheapest of the cheap and they have deals every day. The first day that I went, everything in the store was €5, and the second day that I went that I didn't film, everything in the store was €4. So literally, it makes it so hard to buy anything anywhere else because if it's priced any higher, you know that you could probably find it at an Umana. And they're located all over the city, so you can usually run into one if you're just walking around. Other places that I visited were Aramaio Vintage, Alphaville Vintage Shop, and Coco's Couch, or El Divon De Coco. We're back and we're thrifting. We're starting at Umana. And since I'm headed back to Finland right after this, I had to get a winter coat because I forgot to pack one. For €5, I'd say that's a good find.
¿Te has ahorrado por lo menos €95?
Yes.
Es una buena compra.
Sí, es una buena compra.
Y mañana, mira, €1 más barato.
€1 más barato.
4. Y si volvemos dentro de 2 días,
even more barato.
Even more barato, €3.
Yes. Now we're at the next location, El Divon De Coco. It looks like it's mostly women's store and a little bit smaller. Let's see if we can find anything. El Divon De Coco, I think, was the most expensive. It was more of like a classic vintage setting. Definitely find like antique jewelry there. If you're into that, your everyday brooch, you know. Coco was not very successful. It was more vintage things, higher prices, a lot of good vintage jewelry, but nothing that I'm looking for currently. And she also asked us not to film, so on to the next. The second location that I liked more was literally right down the same street. Not sure if I have an address for it, but if I find it, I'll put it here. The second location, that's where they had, you know, the Levi's. I was seeing H&M in there. Definitely a bunch of different types of leathers and denim, you know. A cooler vibe at the second location. Now we're gonna try and find 2 more that are a little farther away.
Okay, vamos a Anton Martín.
Anton Martín. Next price point was found at Alphaville. I would say the average price point there was around like €30 or a little bit higher. But they were having a sale on some items, like 50% off. They definitely had like vintage windbreakers,
jerseys, like polos, and more like wild prints and colorful fabrics. I almost took a Puma windbreaker from there, but I didn't end up buying it. The last place that I visited was Aramaio Vintage, and that was like the cool patterned button-ups, more windbreakers, like hoodies, crew necks, a lot of fun jackets, bomber jackets, like long, floor-length robes, like that sort of vintage feel. Like the people shopping in there were the people with cropped chinos, white socks, and bands. You know what I'm saying? And like the small beanies that don't cover your ears, like that sort of vibe. And their price point was like, average was like 20 euros. You could definitely find stuff for less, but there's definitely some more like giving very one-of-one items that were more than 20 euros. But I'd say the vibe in there was probably the best, and I say that in the video. Aramaio was cool for sure.
This just in, Aramaio Vintage is probably the best one. But I didn't buy anything, because I don't really need anything. And the 2 pairs of pants I tried on are too big. That's okay. And now we're headed home.
Porque van a ser las dos.
Van a ser las 2, a las 2 comemos.
A la mesa estés.
La mesa.
So I only ended up buying the blue puffer jacket, the gray mock neck sleeveless top, and that's literally it. I found some green pants at Umana on a different day and I didn't film those, but I didn't buy a lot. But it was definitely cool to check out those new spots, and when the money comes in, I'm going back and getting more. There's no denying that. I hope this, helps anyone who's gonna be in Madrid find something cool. I definitely noticed in the spaces this year that there were more young people. I was like, yes, as you should. It's more fun to find, unique items than mass-produced items. Sorry, I gotta say it. It's more fun. It's more fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. This will probably be my only Madrid video after this. The next 2 months are going to be in Finland, so see you there. See you there. Thanks for watching again. See you in the next one.